Hey friends!
What's happening?
It's the Beresfords! Welcome to 2026, y'all. We are back and in action. I'm sure you missed us. We did take a little break because we were worn out last year.
We lived it up, and now we're back to give you amazing content.
Absolutely. So we are kicking off 2026 with a video that you guys requested from us. But before we get into the content, let's get into these shirts.
Yeah, check us out.
Look.
Check me out, wide. Yeah, we had the old shirt back too.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at what it says.
Yeah, stop.
Go ahead. You staring.
You
staring.
Now
Go
I'm
scan it.
Yeah, man, had to, step it up for this year. New merch coming soon, So.
Yeah, and we didn't put Gem on this edition of t-shirts, but don't worry, y'all. We're going to do some family photos, and we're going to get this girl on a t-shirt because somebody already called us out about that.
True.
On the way, Jim.
But shout out to a friend for giving us an idea to do this because she thought we should promote the channel more, and she was right. We've been wearing these shirts in Thailand for the last week or two, and people have been loving it. And so we are going to keep promoting our channel on these shirts. And hey, you never know. We might start selling them too.
Hey.
Let us know. Let us know if you want that. This is what we're doing for 2026. We are taking the content up a notch. If you got somebody that you know that they are not following us, make sure you send them the channel, especially if they're looking to leave the US. Today's video is all about that.
Yeah. To my US people, I know y'all president has been acting a little out of pocket lately.
Per usual.
Yeah.
Not lately. All the time.
So if you're trying to get out the US and come to Thailand, we're going to show you how to do it.
This is an option, and we'll tell you the requirements. We'll tell you who this best fits and how you can get it done ASAP. So y'all, we are basically talking about the DTV, the Destination Thailand visa today. Dean and I got our visas last April, and shout out to the Most High God that we got these things done ourselves.
But first, before we get into that, let's talk about why we decided to get the DTV.
We wanted to make this video to make sure that you're aware how you can get this DTV, why you should get it, and what you can do starting today to get it done. But like Dean said, let's talk about why we got the DTV. It was just a lot to manage when we had to do visa runs. And legally now, you're only allowed 2 visa runs a year, which if you're trying to stay here long term, the visa exempt just won't work for you.
They are cracking down on the border run, so we know a lot of people that will just go up to Laos or go to Singapore or whatever and come right back. Yeah.
Can't do that.
They not playing that. So.
And there's been tons of videos circulating around like TikTok and Instagram of people getting kicked out or denied entry into Thailand. And we don't want that to happen to you. So again, if you're planning a long-term stay in Thailand, watch this video to the end because we are breaking down each step of the way of how we got it done. So let's talk about what the DTV is.
So the DTV stands for Destination Thailand Visa. All right. And this is a visa that allows you to stay in Thailand for up to 5 years. So they have different types. They have a soft power visa and they have a digital nomad visa. But we decided to do the digital nomad visa because that allows for people who work remotely to live in Thailand.
This is specifically for digital nomads, remote workers, people who have the capital and the flexibility to be able to live here. Now, the DTV has some strict rules that you're gonna have to follow when you apply. And because it's so new, it can be confusing and many people have been denied. But we didn't, thank God. And so this is why we're making a video because we successfully applied and got approved for the DTV on our own, no agency. One of the requirements to getting the DTV is that you have to apply outside of Thailand. You cannot do this while you are currently in the country on a visa. It's not going to work.
So we opted to go to Vietnam because it's really close to Thailand.
Yeah.
And we had got word that they turn over their DTV applications very quickly. So it made sense to, make that trip.
And we'd never been there, so we wanted to check it out.
Yeah. 2-for-1 special.
Yeah. We ended up spending 40 days in Da Nang, Vietnam, waiting for our visas to be approved. Now, as we break down the requirements for the visa, one of the things that I really want you guys to be very mindful of is when you apply for the visa.
Yeah. I know you guys are probably thinking 40 days.
Yeah.
Like, why did it take 40 days? And this is the exact reason why you have to go at the right time, because we went during the holidays.
The Asia holidays.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was back to back to back holidays. So it does take 14 business days, up to 14 business days to be approved. But when you add in holidays and 3-day weekends and all these other things, it ended up being almost 45 days. So yeah.
My visa got approved in 9 days, and we had to wait the extra like 3 weeks for Dean's visa to get approved, which was insane. But again, we were not being mindful of the calendar. Once the new year starts in Asia, everybody has the same type of holidays. So it went from Thailand holiday to Vietnam holidays, and it prolonged the process. So even if you're in the US applying for this, just be mindful of the calendar when you're applying for these things, and recognizing that you have to accommodate some timeline for holiday.
So as I mentioned earlier, we do work remote. I am an artist. I draw, I paint, I do music, video editing. So a lot of my stuff I do with people back home. I teach painting classes online and things of that nature.
And I do project management online. I also am a life and business coach. And so I work with tons of entrepreneurial clients and just women and men who are looking to change their lives. And my work is consistent around the calendar work. I don't have to be tied down to a location to get it done. So it was easy for us to apply. Now let's talk about the requirements overall for the DTV. We don't know the experience for the soft power visa, but we will give you those requirements because it might align for you.
Also, we'll make sure to put the official Thailand e-visa website on the screen so that you can check it out for yourself if you happen to forget the requirements that we tell you in this video.
Okay, so here are the general requirements for all applicants. So you have to have a valid passport. And as you know, you need to have at least 6 months left on your passport with at least one blank page, okay? So don't get caught slipping if you only got 2-3 months left, because they might deny you.
You're gonna need a photo, a 2x2 picture of just a front face shot, nothing too detailed, with a white background.
Just like your passport photo.
You will also need a balance of 500,000 baht in your bank account. So that's roughly about 15,000 US dollars.
This is the one that people get caught slipping on because they think that the Thai government will not check, and they are on people's heads. You cannot get around this. If you do not meet the minimum finance requirement, then you do not qualify for the DTV.
They just want to make sure that you have some money and you're not just out here like being broke.
Basically.
Yeah, so you gotta have some money to get the DTVs.
You gotta have proof of location. So they want to see where you live back in the US, and they also want to see where you're living here in Thailand. So some people do come to Thailand first and possibly get a hotel, or they get a room, a rental. It's not hard to do, but they want to see that you actually have somewhere to stay. So you're gonna need a Thailand address if you plan on applying for the DTV. And a hotel is okay. And then, of course, you gotta submit the application via the official Thai e-visa website, okay? There are a lot of dupes, so don't go to other places because you might pay extra and you might get scammed. Pay attention.
Heavy on the might be scammed.
Yeah.
Because, this is a new visa. So a lot of people are taking advantage of people who don't know how to do it. That's really why we chose to do it on our own, just so that we knew we could dot all our I's and cross all our T's.
Yep. Okay, so now for the workcation, that's what it's called. It's not the digital nomad. It's called for the workcation part of the DTV. Here are additional requirements that you're gonna need. You're gonna have to have an employment contract from your home job, home employer, okay? You cannot get a job in Thailand on the DTV. You cannot work in Thailand. You cannot make any income in Thailand. Don't do it, because they will snatch your visa and kick you out, and you might get fined or sent to wherever they be sending people. So you need to have some type of work at home, and you will have to have like an employment contract or an offer letter or whatever it is that states where you work and how much you're making. You also can have a professional portfolio if you are a remote worker. If you do your own freelance work, you'll have to have either pictures of your website. You'll have to include the link to your site. You'll have to have case studies or documents or just something that shows what you've done for your clients on a consistent basis, not one-off projects. But they will take screenshots from your site, screenshots of the projects that you've done, any type of work that you can show as proof of your professional portfolio. You will have to submit that. And then the last piece is any company docs. So again, if you are a freelancer, you're an entrepreneur, self-employed, right? You'll have to have your business registration, a license, some type of authentication for your business that says that this is an official company and that you are the person who owns or runs that business.
For the soft power visa, you need an enrollment or an appointment letter to let them know that you're actually taking the class. So if you want to do a Mai Tai class or a cooking class, you're going to need an official letter from them.
And you want to make sure that the school that you apply for is eligible to send in your enrollment for DTV, because not all schools are equal when it comes to DTV eligibility. You need to check with the school before you make a payment. Let them know what you're trying to do. Say, hey, I'm applying for this visa, not the long term, not the teaching, none of that. I'm applying for the DTV. Can I sign up with your school and it be valid and eligible for the DTV? Ask specifically before you pay.
You also will need proof of your participation in these classes.
Now, we don't know how the soft power activity visa works, because do you have to be doing the same activity for 5 years?
Right.
Is it like multiple classes throughout all the years? Can you change schools? We don't know. So if you are on the soft power DTV in Thailand, drop your comments so that other people can get the 411 on what it looks like to have a soft power visa. One of the great things about getting the DTV is that you can also apply for your spouse and dependents.
And we actually took this route because it seemed a little easier for us when it came to all the documentation. So Kanisha applied as the actual DTV worker, and then I just applied as a spouse.
Yeah.
So the requirements were pretty similar. I still had to prove that I had money in my bank account and that I had residency in Thailand as well as back home.
Yeah.
But as far as all the business stuff and all the requirements in that department, it wasn't really asked of from me. So.
And as a couple, you can actually use your joint account. Like, our money in our joint account was what we used on both applications, so that was fine. And you also have to have proof of the relationship. So if it's your kids, you'll have to have the birth certificate. If you're a spouse, you'll have to have your marriage certificate, your marriage license. If you adopt, it's your adopted child, you'll have to have the adoption certificate, so on and so forth. This was really important. People might miss this. The main DTV applicant has to apply first, because when you're doing the dependent application, you'll have to have proof that the person was approved before you can submit, because they will ask for a copy of the main applicant's visa application. And so you need the approval for the main person before the spouse or dependent gets to get on the visa, right? If the first person is not approved, don't apply for the second person, because you will not be able to submit the application fully and you will get denied.
You cannot apply at the same time.
You can't.
So wherever you are in the country, whether you decide to leave Bangkok or you're in your hometown, make sure that you plan out at least 15 to, I would say 30 days.
Yeah, give yourself a month.
Yeah, give yourself like a month, because like it's going to take about a week or two to get the first one approved, and then you're gonna have to do that again for the spousal. So,
and we thought it would be quicker, because once I got approved, obviously he gonna get approved. We got the money, and I got approved.
Right.
But his process took 3 weeks.
Them holidays, man. Them holidays
really turned
they
us,
really kicked our tails.
Yeah.
So.
And there's like no one to call about these things, right? There's like no way to check. It just says like processing. And so you gonna have to wait. There's no follow-up. You can send an email, but who gonna check it?
Yeah, it was so stressful. Every day we would wake up, look at our emails, just looking for the email, like refresh, and no email.
I mean, the great thing is that there are groups that you can join, right? There's tons of Facebook groups that you should be able to tap into where other people are going through the same process that you are. It's a great way to ask questions, to see if things are moving along, depending on, which embassy you're applying from. And so utilize these social media groups. Again, vet the information, check the e-visa site, right? Make sure it's official information and don't just take info from anyone. And also don't compare your process to anyone else's, because ours was completely different from a lot of people's experience. And outside of the holiday length of time that was added, it was pretty smooth.
Yeah, super grateful that we linked up with friends out in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And got to experience it on a better level, because had they have not been there, we would have been stressing out.
We were a little
because we were ready to get back to Bangkok, and it's like every day it's like no approval. Like, yo, what?
We had no idea, and we had to keep extending our hotels. We couldn't buy a flight back home. Like, we had our plans. You know, it was just so much going
everything.
on. It was
Oh
so
my
stressful.
God.
We were like, damn, get us out of here. But it was cool. You know, again, the process itself was fine. Part of my application process that I really want to share about, though, they had me running around Vietnam.
Yeah, and this is what we mean when we say everybody's application process is different.
Yeah.
Because they will make you do extra things to verify where you're at. Because remember, like we said earlier, you have to be outside of the country in order to apply for the DTV.
They wanted to know that I was still in Da Nang, that I hadn't gone back to Thailand, that I wasn't somewhere else. Because again, I live in Bangkok, I'm from the US, and I'm applying in Da Nang. They're like, girl, where are you at?
Right.
You know? We hold our breath. Okay, it's still under review. But they told me, like, let me show y'all what they said to me. You see that right there? Provide 3 photographs of yourself holding your passport in front of a travel destination, bank, school, or store to verify your residency in Vietnam. All documents must be submitted today. The photo you provided is blurry. So just so y'all know, make sure that your shit is together.
A few moments later.
So I ran across the street to the Da Nang Fine Arts Center, ran to the bank that was on the other side of the street, and just took a random picture in front of a chicken spot. This is the trippiest visa application I've ever submitted in my life. Yo, I'm tired. And I mean, I made it into a game, you know, for me, but it was like frustrating because it's like, what you mean? Like, I got the hotel information here, you know, I submitted all these things and they still wanted more. But as soon as I submitted it, it was like a day later it got approved. So it was fine.
The more precautions you want to take, the more documentation to show that what you're doing is true.
Submit it all.
It helps.
Submit it all.
It does help. Yeah, submit it all. Do whatever you got to do to show them that you're serious.
And you can only apply in places that have Thai embassies. That's really, really important. So if you live in the US, you cannot apply in just any state. I think there's like a Washington, D.C. location. I think there's one in like Atlanta. You know, you would have to check and see which Thai embassy is closest to your state and apply there. So we went to Da Nang, but we could have gone to Ho Chi Minh. We could have gone to Hanoi. There's definitely Thai embassies all over the place. You just can't be on a current valid visa in Thailand applying for this new visa. That's just the only no-no. But outside of that, apply in a location that has a Thai visa closest to you. That would be the smartest thing, I would think.
Also, just to throw this in there, like there are people who go to wherever to get their DTV and then they re-enter Thailand while their visa is being approved. Now you have to leave and come back.
It would be a waste of time.
Yeah,
just don't do stupid
don't
things.
do that. We definitely wanted to come back home, but we sat down, waited it out, and waited till we got our official paperwork to return to Thailand.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. So here are a few things that we want you to take heed of. These are restrictions on the DTV. Things that you cannot do in Thailand, okay? Don't say we didn't warn you. We trying to help you out. Number 1, you cannot work for a Thai company. We already said you can't make money in here, so don't even come over here with it. You have to have a plan, and you got to have your own bank before you pull up. You cannot open a bank account in Thailand. You cannot earn income for Thai clients, okay? So no coaching people here. You cannot take any local employment. So no, you cannot work in a hair salon. You can't work in a nail salon. You can't do eyebrows. You can't wax nothing. You can't braid, barber, nothing. No, no, and no. Okay?
Not for money.
Right. You cannot assume that the DTV will automatically allow you eligibility to become a permanent resident. That's not how this works. Max 5 years. What are they going to do after the 5 years? We don't know. We ain't get there yet. Right. It's only like year 1 officially. So stay tuned and we'll let you know. And the last thing is you cannot ignore the reporting or re-entry requirements with this visa. Again, every 180 days you have to report, or you have to leave the country and come back. And this is different from a border run because border runs that people do are like hour trips and coming back. You got to exit the country fully. Go somewhere else for a few days and come on back. Just a little trip, you know, a little overnight weekend. I mean, a weekend or a 3-day weekend staycation, and then pull back up and it'll reset your 180 days at that point. And you don't even have to wait 6 months. If you're only here 3 or 4 months and you leave the country, when you come back, the 180 starts from there.
All right, so here are the things that you must do while you're on an active DTV visa. You have to maintain a valid passport and valid visa status.
That said what they said. I mean, keep the money in your account.
Yeah.
You can't just have it and then use it all and then be at zero because they'll kick you out.
All right, yeah. And before your 180 days, make sure you leave and come back and do all the procedures properly so that you can maintain your valid DTV status. Because once that's gone,
We don't know.
yeah, it's going to be tough for you to stay out there.
All right, so if you've been watching this and you want to know if this visa is for you, listen up, okay? We've got a few people that this might be for. If you're a remote worker with non-Thai income, this visa might be for you. If you're an entrepreneur who runs an online business, for you. Any freelancers with international clients, if you're a creator, consultant, a coach, or a tech worker, if you are a couple or individuals wanting long-term stability in Thailand, and if you are someone who can plan, save, and follow instructions.
So, who is not for people who are looking to get a job in Thailand, that route you'll have to get an actual work visa. For people without stable income or savings, this is not for you. Folks hoping to figure it out once they arrive, it's not for you. Just do a tourist visa, just visit. And then use that to decide whether you want to stay long-term or not.
Absolutely.
That's what we did. Anyone allergic to paperwork or timelines. If you're impatient, if you don't like filling out paperwork and reading the fine print, then this isn't for you because you're probably going to mess it up and you're going to have to redo, and that's going to be a stressful situation.
And you want to be mindful that you have to recertify every 180 days. So if you're not somebody that can remember these things, maybe this is not the type of visa that you want to be on.
And this is also not for people who hate rules and deadlines. So if you're that person who just doesn't have discipline when it comes to that, don't even waste your time because you're going to be upset.
Be honest with yourself.
That part.
Another thing I wanted to mention is that one, you can actually get long-term housing on this visa. It's fine. You don't have to live in a hotel or stay in an Airbnb. You can actually rent a unit with the DTV. So that's good news. Another thing is, I don't believe there's an age requirement for this. I don't think there is at all. Like I haven't heard that ever anywhere. So anyone, any age can apply for this visa as long as you meet the other requirements, which I think is really, really cool.
If you're wondering what we would do differently, I would say our timing was a little crazy when it came to the holidays. Like it really stretched out the approval time process because we've known people who had did their DTV and it took them like a week and a half top.
And they were back here.
Yeah.
So anytime between like May and October.
Yeah. April.
Don't do March or April.
Yeah. Don't even think about
Don't
applying
do March or
in
April.
April.
And don't do the U.S. holidays either, right? So anytime
True.
after October, you know, that November, December, January, I wouldn't touch it either. So maybe February,
May through October.
May through,
That's it.
So make sure you take heed. Again, we're giving you the gems. If you're wondering also how much it costs, right? Because it's not just the finance requirements for your bank account. You got to pay for the visa. And it's about $350, $400 USD. We don't know the conversion with the Thai baht US dollar right now. So just round the cost off to somewhere between $350 and $400 per application. By the way, right? So it's not if your spouse or your child, no, you're going to have to pay separate costs for each person. And another thing with the dependent visa, the child has to be 20 and under to apply as your child. So if you have an older child, sorry, they're going to have to apply on their own.
So let's talk about how it felt to get approved.
Y'all, after the 40 days, we were so ready.
Man.
We were with our friends, right? So we had this whole fun day and we were just talking about what we're going to do when we get back to Thailand. I mean, the whole day was spent really kikiing about how much we were manifesting the feeling of being back in Thailand because we were so done.
And it was stressful too because so particularly we was with Muse and Rafi and Rafi got approved and you got approved.
Yep.
So me and Muse was like checking our emails every day, like, not today, guys, not today. But the day it happened, it literally happened one after the other. Like I got approved,
Like
and
minutes.
then Muse got approved
Yeah.
right after. It was such a celebration, knowing that we all were finally good to get back to Thailand because we were missing home.
But yeah, man, we celebrated so hard. We went home next day, got our flights, and we got out of there within like 48 hours. We were like, all right, it's been cool.
Like we were waiting to book that ticket. As soon as we got approved,
we out.
out of here.
We out.
Getting approved felt so good. I would say it felt like the equivalent of like trying to apply for a credit card with like $1 million limit, and they hit you with the approved email.
Going crazy.
Like, oh,
Going
let's
crazy.
go.
It definitely felt very accomplishing to do that. And I don't necessarily think that there's much of a difference between life on the like visa exempt tourist visa and life on the DTV. I will say it's less stressful because we don't got to worry about leaving. So
Yeah,
often.
that's I was gonna say the same thing. That's
Yeah.
the only thing. Like you don't have to worry about. Oh man, I gotta get up out of here because
60 days, 90 days, gotta go back to immigration, stand in that line.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that whole process. I believe that there's a different process to go to check-in. So we're actually doing it in January. The first check-in that you do is a 90-day check-in, and after that, it's 180 days consecutively. So we will record and let you guys know the follow-up to how our first DTV check-in goes at immigration, and we'll give you any tips that you'll need. So make sure you subscribe and stay tuned. All right, y'all. So before we get out of here, we want to just let you guys know some of the biggest mistakes that people are making and why they're getting denied. One, they're just not reading. If you're not reading properly and you're trying to skim or skip through the process, you're going to get denied. Make sure you read everything, especially on the main e-visa website, okay? If you're reading it from other sources, they cannot be validated. Check the main website. I think another big mistake is that people are not being honest with who they are. If you're not somebody who is patient enough to do the process, if you ain't gonna submit all that it takes, just hire an agency, friend.
Yeah, you have to pay a little more, but you're paying for the convenience of not having to be stressed out with all the paperwork
And not having to get denied.
Right. Because who wants to go through all this just to not get approved, right? So yeah, like we said earlier, if you're trying to do this on your own will and you're not disciplined, it's not for you.
Yeah.
Get an agent, pay that money, and get through the process.
And when you get denied, you don't get a refund. So they take your money, you're gonna have to pay again. Don't do that to yourself. Be honest with yourself and get support. Okay.
Yeah. Work smarter, not harder.
Period. He knows it. Yeah. And the last mistake that I think that people are making, and what I've heard and seen people make, is they try to cheat the system. If you don't got the money, you don't got the money, friend. They said 500,000 baht in your account savings to the side, okay? And that's 15,000 USD. Yeah, if you only got 3,000 USD, then you don't qualify.
Right. Simple as that. Like the numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
Like
13.
just have what they ask for and you're good.
500,000 Thai baht, period. This is a privilege visa for people who want the flexibility to live somewhere long term. Check out the DTV. We think it's a great option. We went ahead and got it because why not? Right. And we can move wherever we want in the next 5 years and still have the privilege to come back to Thailand as long as it's within that 5-year time frame. I think that's a beautiful gift.
Yeah.
$350, you know, application fee, you can't beat it.
Right. So if you have any questions about a DTV, if you're curious, definitely hit us in the comments. Ask us whatever.
And if you don't want to drop your questions in the comments, we are actually taking consultations starting this year. So go ahead and click the link in our description to schedule a consultation to talk to us. Now, we are not an agency. We ain't got all the answers, Sway, okay? But if you do need some help and you want to chat with us because you feel more comfortable talking to us one-on-one, we would love to support you with your move and your DTV process. Go ahead and click the link, like I said, and schedule your appointment. All right, y'all, that's all we got on the DTV. We're over here living our best lives in Thailand, okay? We hope to see you out here soon. We've met so many of you along the way, and we're so glad that our channel is helping you find your way to Thailand or Southeast Asia.
That's right. Our goal is all about helping you guys see that it's possible.
Yes.
You know? So thank y'all for tapping in.
Stay tuned, y'all, because the next video that we're dropping is specifically for the pet people, okay?
Where our doggy at? Come on, Gemma. Wake up. Wake up.
Poor thing.
Hey.
Gemma's over here minding her business, and he is bothering her.
Say hi.
Not saying it.
Hey, Gemma. She's like, why'd you wake me up, fool?
Like we say, y'all, stay tuned for our next video because we're going to break it down how we moved to Thailand with our dog from the US.
You're not going to want to miss it.
We'll see you guys next week. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. Our goal this year is 20K subs, so help us get there by sharing this video with somebody you know would find it beneficial. All right, y'all, until next week.
Peace.